Welcome back to the College Cinephile. My name is Ethan, and today I'm going to be talking about Suspiria, the newest horror movie from director Luca Guadagnino, starring Tilda Swinton and Dakota Johnson. So if you weren't already aware, this is a remake of the 1977 film by the same name, which was directed by legendary horror director Dario Argento, and was kind of a pioneer for the Italian genre of giallo, which is kind of like their version of the slasher film. And the original Suspiria is a great movie. It's a very scary film that works on many different levels. So seeing a remake of something like this is, you do step into that territory of, I don't know if this is such a good idea, but Luca Guadagnino is a fantastic director and was very, very able to tackle this. And it's only better because he is Italian and gets that understanding down. So the plot of the movie is, it's about this girl who goes to this dance troupe in Berlin, and what she doesn't know is that behind the scenes it's actually a witch coven, and there's a lot of really dark, mysterious things going on behind closed doors, as it were. And this is Luca's first attempt at making a horror movie. In the past, he made a film called A Bigger Splash, which also starred Tilda Swinton and Dakota Johnson, who were in this movie. And then last year, he directed Call Me By Your Name, which was the big movie that most critics loved. Anyone who saw it was enchanted by it. But what's really impressive is that Call Me By Your Name is a very subdued kind of just, it's a very subtle film, whereas Suspiria it has a lot of subtlety to it too, but it's also a very, very energetic and very angry movie in a way. So Tilda Swinton, this is her movie. She plays 3 different roles. The main one that everybody knows is she plays Madame Blanc, who's kind of the head matron at the dance troupe, but she also plays an 83-year-old man in the film and does a great job. I mean, this movie has essentially an all-female cast thanks to her taking really the only male role. And it really shows. Tilda, of course, what we all love about her is she has this very strange sort of otherworldly quality to her, and they really play into that in this movie. She's so creepy, but has a motherly quality to her that is very important for rounding out the character. I think this might be her best work. I mean, she is a phenomenal actress and she has done some great things, but this is the movie to showcase her talents. And then you have Dakota Johnson, who is kind of the main protagonist of the movie. And I really like Dakota Johnson. I don't think she gets enough credit because she has been kind of shackled by the 50 Shades franchise and some other things that she's been in that haven't given her a chance to show what she can do. But in A Bigger Splash and now in this movie, she's shown that she really has a very impressive emotional quality to her, and that not a lot of actresses kind of have. It's very impressive. I think she's an actress that deserves more credit, and definitely for this movie, because she goes through transformation that is very difficult to nail as subtly as she makes it, and it works like 100%. So this, I mean, the filmmaking in this movie is unbelievable. It's very long, but it needs to be. It's structured in 6 acts, which it tells you right from the beginning of the movie, and each act builds off of the previous one and builds tension in a really impressive way. The sound design is bar none some of the best I've ever seen or heard, I guess. And Luca uses all of these techniques, the editing, the sort of, he goes from long takes to short takes, wide shots to close-up shots, all of these techniques, all these tools in his basket, all mixed together to make a very, very impressive movie that is both a pretty good horror movie, but a very, very good film. And it just goes to show his versatility as a director. But really, I think the most impressive thing about Suspiria is in a year full of incredible horror movies. I mean, we've had A Quiet Place, we've had Annihilation, Mandy, Hereditary, Halloween even, this is the best horror movie of the year. Maybe even of the decade. Because if there's one thing that I know for sure is that the 2010s will be recognized as the decade that horror finally gets a chance to be brought out as an art form and gets to show that they can have deeper meaning beyond just a few scares. And this movie really shows that. I mean, it's about so much more than just watching some girls get mutilated. It uses the sort of pastiche of a horror film to communicate really interesting messages about power structure and the way we look at women in a society and the way women look at other women. It is a very impressive movie that I would recommend to anyone who thinks they can stomach it. I mean, it is definitely not for the faint of heart. There's some very disturbing imagery in this film. And when it is in scary movie mode, it's pretty scary. So, right, I mean, I'm gonna give it 5 out of 5 reels. I really love this movie and would recommend it to anyone who is at all interested. Okay, so thank you for checking out our review of Suspiria, and if you liked our content and you want to see more, by all means subscribe to the College Cinephile. Let us know what you thought if you saw the movie down below, and watch some of our other videos. Thank you.